Welcome back. We'll get started on our next game. This was gifted by a subscriber, so thanks a lot for donating this to the channel so we're able to see what it's all about. This is Warhammer Mark of Chaos Battle March. So I know absolutely nothing about this game. It's a little bit of an older one in 2008, so we'll see what it's all about. I guess we'll try a tutorial here to see what it is. Tutorial Basics Fight Heroes. Alright. Alright, so it looks like it's a traditional Warhammer game, not Warhammer 40,000. I guess I kind of had a suspicion that was the situation. From the helmet, press any key.
Well, what do we have here? I'm Captain Barkel, and I'm here to introduce you to the basics of Army generalship. You have the money for the commission. Let's see if you've got the brains to go with it. A general needs to survey the battlefield to command his troops. This is a distant view, enabling you to see a lot of your army at once. If you want to zoom in to take a closer view, roll the mouse wheel forward, or just press and hold the page up key on your keyboard. Well, I'm glad that didn't prove too difficult. To zoom back out, simply roll the mouse wheel backwards, or press and hold the page down key on your keyboard. Good to see you've picked up the basics. You don't want to stare ahead all the time, so here's how to rotate the view. Press and hold the C button on your keyboard. Now, while holding the C button, move your mouse left or right. As you can see, the view rotates left or right horizontally according to the movement of your mouse.
Oh, that's gonna be weird. Okay.
You make it look as easy as it actually is. Now practice the horizontal rotation for a while.
I already did.
Well, that's enough of that. That's horizontal rotation. But you can rotate the view freely. To do this, press and hold the left Alt on your keyboard first. Now move your mouse anywhere. As you'll see, the view rotates wherever you move the mouse. Try it out and see for yourself. Have you done this before? You seem like a natural. In the heat of battle, you'll be zooming and rotating the view like there's no tomorrow. However, in some dangerous situations, it's very important that you set the view back to its default position. To set your view to its default position, just press the space bar on your keyboard. Have a go now. Praise be to Sigmar! Now, zoom and rotate the view again, and then go back to the default position. You learn quickly. That's good to see. You don't want to just look around, so now we'll see how you move on the battlefield. Move your mouse cursor to one of the edges of the screen. There's also a different way to change the view. If you press and hold the mouse wheel or the N key on your keyboard, you can pan the view. Now move your mouse in any direction. You'll get a medal from the Emperor, to be sure. As you can see, the battlefield moves below you as if you grabbed and pulled it by the mouse cursor. Well, since you've mastered that, I'll let you in on a third way to move the view above the battlefield. But don't tell anyone else. At the lower left corner of your screen, there's an overview map called the Minimap. Here, you can see the top view of the whole battlefield. The white triangle shows your camera position. Now, move your mouse cursor to the red circle on the minimap and click the left mouse button. There's no stopping you, is there? The camera jumped to this new location. Why don't you try it again? You've learned how to manipulate your view of the battlefield so far. However, you're going to actually have to command your army to win battles. So, let's take a look at that. You can see a small force in the middle of the military camp. The Count thinks a lot of you and has given you some of his soldiers to command. Lucky you. There are no individual soldiers on the battlefield. Every soldier is part of a group called a unit. Now, here you have a Swordsman unit, which is a basic melee unit, and next to them is a handgunners unit, which is a basic ranged unit in the Empire Army. To get the attention of the Swordsman unit, just click with the left mouse button on either the soldiers, the unit banner above them, or the unit card on the user interface at the bottom of the screen. Victory! Now they're ready to be ordered about. I'll show you how you can move them around. Move the mouse cursor to the red circle on the battlefield and press the right mouse button. As easy as that. Now the swordsman will move to where you've clicked. They're an obedient lot. Let's try it again, just to be sure. Move the cursor to the red circle and press the right mouse button again.
On to victory!
Yes, you've definitely got this mastered. Victory will be yours. One way to select multiple units is the selection rectangle. Move your cursor anywhere on the battlefield, then press and hold the left mouse button and start to move the mouse. Well, you seem to have got that. Now you're drawing a green rectangle. Try to surround the swordsmen and the handgunners with the rectangle and then release the mouse button. If you surrounded them completely, both units will be selected.
Death for glory!
Well done. The Count will be most happy. Most of your units will move in formations. They form a square-like shape that helps them fight together and makes it harder for the enemy to harm them. However, moving in formation takes extra time, and in addition, the units that move in formation are more vulnerable from the back. So it's very important that you make sure you have them facing the right way. Never show your back to the enemy. For the most efficient use of your troops, you need to combine movement and facing change. Move your mouse cursor to the red circle. Then press and hold the right mouse button.
Oh, damn it.
Ready, march!
Good. Well, you can see that after a short while, the green arrow appears below the mouse cursor. If you release the button, the unit moves to the target location and faces in the direction you selected.
Well, I done goofed that up. I don't think there's a speed button, is there? No. What, you can make me do it again?
Quick
Well,
march!
the art of war is no mystery to you, is it? You don't have to wait for the green arrow to appear. There is a faster way to set your units facing at the target location. And here's how. Move your cursor to the red circle. Next, press and hold the right mouse button and move your mouse quickly in the desired direction.
Forward!
Well, that's the style. As you can see, the green arrow appears immediately and points in the direction of the mouse cursor. Now simply release the right mouse button to move your unit into position. You have the precision of a marksman, no mistake. Today we learn the basics of the view controls and some simple unit commands. Now, you can stay and drill the men, or you're free to go back to your chambers and rest. Meet me here tomorrow morning, first thing, and we'll get into the really exciting stuff. Fighting.
Praise Sigmar! Victory is yours!
Alright, a little bit slow, but we'll see. I thought we were going to be playing as the Forces of Chaos. I didn't realize we were playing as the Empire.
Well, glad to see you up bright and early. Today, I'll continue with your lessons on the fundamentals of battle. Before a battle begins in earnest, the game is paused and you can deploy your units. However, you can't just put them wherever you like, only in an area called the deployment zone. It is marked out by small flags. And now, there are your 2 units from yesterday, the Swordsman and the Handgunner units. Let's see how you can move them within the deployment zone. First, order the Swordsman by clicking on them.
We stand ready to fight!
That's right. Now, move your cursor over the red circle and press the right mouse button.
Unto victory!
All good. Now the swordsmen are moved to the new location immediately. During the deployment phase, you can rotate your units in the same way you did yesterday. Now that you've learned how to deploy your army, let's move on. Click on the End Deployment Phase button at the top of the screen to finish your deployment. Now select your swordsman unit again.
Victory or death!
When a unit is selected, you can see its command buttons at the lower right corner of the screen. This is the command panel. Now we'll learn the basic commands. The upper left button on the command panel is the stop. If the selected unit is moving and you click on the stop button, the unit stops immediately. Select the swordsman and practice the stop command.
As you command, my lord.
That's it. You've got the hang of that. Now let's move on to ordering your units to run. The upper right button on the command panel switches between walk and run. Unless you've told them to run, a unit will walk. However, if you click on the run button, they will run when you order them to move. Why don't you try it on the swordsman? Select them, switch the button to run, and then send them to the red circle.
Unto
The
victory!
distance a unit can travel depends on the stamina of the unit. The stamina is shown below the unit card. All right, let's look at some of the formations units can adopt. On the bottom of the command panel, you can find the 2 formation buttons. With the left button, you can change the unit's formation from line to column and vice versa. In column formation, the units can march faster and move through terrain more efficiently, but it is not great for fighting. In line formation, the unit charges and fights more effectively, but is harder to move around. Now, select one of your units and order them to change formation a few times.
Form on my command! Get in position.
That's line and column, but there's also open and loose formation, too. With the right-hand formation button, you can switch the unit between tight and loose formation. In tight formation, the unit will charge and fight faster, while in loose formation, area spells and siege weapons used by the enemy are less effective against them. Now, select one of your units and try the loose and tight formations.
Spread out.
You've mastered formation changes. Well done.
Reform on my
Well,
command!
that's enough about moving your units around. You want to know how they fight, don't you? We'll leave the camp now. The forests in these remote lands are infested with all manner of vile creatures. But a well-trained fighting force such as yours should be safe. Select your swordsmen and move them to the red circle outside the military camp.
The faithful shall prosper. We await your command. Reform on The my foe command! have been spotted.
Great, there's some goblins. These evil greenskins are well known for their cruelty and cowardice. I think they'll be a perfect test for your command skills. Select the swordsman and then move the cursor above the goblins. As you can see, the cursor changes, representing that it is over an enemy you can attack. Now press the right mouse button on the goblins. That's the spirit. Now your swordsman will attack the goblins. You can see that when your swordsmen are close enough, they charge. It's important that you charge first if you can, as charge impacts the foe and causes more damage to them. Your swordsmen greatly outnumber the goblins, and they don't like getting cut down, so the little bastards' morale starts to drop. You can see their morale on their unit banner above them, and also below their unit card on the user interface. It's a light gray line that drops if the unit is being attacked. Low enemy morale is good, but it is crucial that your units don't lose too much morale. Troops with poor morale fight less effectively.
The army of the Emperor is under attack.
Guess it's gonna make me fight till they break.
We await your command.
Now the goblins have lost all of their morale, and they've been well and truly beaten. Now they turn tail and run for it. Your swordsmen won't pursue them. That's because they're in their default stand ground stance. If you want to change their stance, just click on the stand ground button on the command panel.
Look sharp! Draw a weapon!
Good. Now the swordsmen are in charge at will stance. If a unit is in the charge at will stance, they'll automatically pursue fleeing enemies, and they'll attack on their own initiative if an enemy is near them or if they're shot at by enemy units. Your swordsmen are a melee unit, like most of the units you'll command. They have to move close to an enemy to fight them. However, there are ranged units that can fire from a long distance, like your handgunners. You should be looking forward to this. You need to select the handgunner and jump the view to them by double-clicking on their unit card.
Yes, my lord?
See how quick that was? Well done. As I said, ranged units can fight from a long distance. You can see the shooting range of a unit if you select the Show Range button on the left side of the minimap. Now you can see a green circle around your handgunner. This is their shooting range. Quite a distance, isn't it? If the target is within this range, the handgunners can attack them without moving. Now let's practice your shooting skills. Select your handgunners and move the cursor over the barrels in the red circle.
The army of the Emperor is under attack.
Wonder if there's friendly fire.
For Magnus and the Empire! The might of Sigmar has crushed the foe. We are yours to command.
Oh, here I am already killing the, wasn't listening. I thought they were telling me to kill the, goblins. And here I'm supposed to shoot some damn barrels.
As you can see, the cursor changes to a bow, representing that the object it's over is within the range of the handgunners and can be shot at. Now, click on the barrels with the right mouse button to get your handgunners to loose off a few rounds.
Give them hot lead!
Spectacular! Their aim is perfect. Today, you learn the basics of the melee and the ranged fight. Now, you can stay and practice these skills with your units, or go back to your room and rest up for a long day tomorrow. Come back here after breakfast, and we'll continue with your lessons.
Praise Sigmar!
Sleep well, Commander? This is our last day together, and the most important one if you want to stay alive long enough to make a difference. Today, I'll teach you how to command heroes and units together, and how to duel with challengers. Here we have your swordsmen, and we're lucky enough to have been joined by Lucius Thyrandus, one of the new battle wizards they're teaching in Altdorf. But enough introductions. Let's start the lesson. Heroes, such as Lucius and yourself, are individual characters whose fighting skill elevates them far above the ordinary troops. They're very dangerous, even if they're alone. But sometimes they're even more effective if they fight together with a unit of ordinary soldiers.
As the flame
Get the attention of Lucius. Well, it seems he's in a good mood. Now, in the lower right corner of the command panel, you'll see the Attach Hero button. Press the button. Then move the cursor above the swordsman and press the left mouse button on them.
Ah, okay. Like
Do not be afraid. I can control my powers.
Very nicely done. Now you've asked Lucius to join the swordsman unit. From now on, they'll all move and fight together. It's time to leave the camp again, so keep your sword handy. I hope that we'll be as lucky as yesterday and find some weaker foes. Select your swordsmen and move them to the red circle outside the camp. Well, this is easy for you now, isn't it? As you can see, Lucius moves together with the swordsman, just like I said.
These are a little different goblins.
Sigmar's blessings. It seems that this small clearing behind the trees is a meeting point for the greenskins. Now, there are some night goblins around that campfire. They are more dangerous than normal goblins. They fight more ferociously, and their weapons are often poisoned with strange fungal juices. Swords alone might not be enough today. As luck would have it, Lucius has a spell or two up his sleeve that will help you. On the wizard's command panel, you can see the icon of a fireball spell. Click on it with the left mouse button. This will be entertaining. See how the cursor's changed to a crosshair? Now, move it above the goblins and press the left mouse button on them to give them a good roasting.
The army of the Emperor is under attack!
Fantastic. I love these bright wizards. They're so explosive. Watch out, though. You've attracted the night goblins' attention, and they'll attack you. Now that the night goblins are attacking, it's time to use some protective spells. Bright wizards know some very effective battle spells. One of them is the Flaming Shield of Andor. It's a magical fire shield that protects the wizard and his unit for a while. Click on the icon of the Flaming Shield of Andor now. See, that wasn't hard, was it? The wizard and his unit are now protected while the spell is cast. Unfortunately, spells are not cast from thin air, as much as it might seem that way. At the top of the screen, you can see a blue bar. This is the Army Power Pool, showing how much magical energy the army has gleaned from the winds of magic. Every spell cast, and even the skills used by heroes, cost power. If a hero casts too many spells, the others won't be able to cast theirs. The Army Power Pool refills over time as the winds of magic blow softer or stronger. But this process is slow, so you must use your spells and skills sparingly and wisely.
The might of Sigmar
Thanks
is
to the magic of Lucius, you've annihilated those pesky night goblins. After defeating the night goblins, your wizard gained experience, and now has enough to increase his powers. You can see this because his level has increased. If a hero increases his level, his attributes get better, and he can learn new skills and spells. To choose new spells for Lucius, select the wizard and click on the small shield in the upper left corner of his portrait. This will open up his skill tree window. That's the one. Here, you can spend the available skill points he's earned to learn new skills or to improve existing ones. There are 3 sections. The left one contains skills and spells that make a hero a more dangerous fighter. The middle one contains the dual skills and spells used in single combat with enemy heroes. The right-hand one contains skills and spells that make the army, and especially the hero's unit, more effective on the battlefield. Click on one of the available skills with the left mouse button to spend a skill point.
I don't know which one I want. I assume maybe just working on Fireball? So 5 is the highest level, I'm guessing? So it looks like that buffs.
Lucius looks pleased with your choice. Now spend the remaining skill points. Good. Now that you've spent all of the remaining skill points, close the skill tree window by clicking on the close button.
I command the powers of pyromancy.
I know from reports I received last night that the goblins stole some treasure. Luckily, the cowards dropped it when you beat them. Look closely. You can see it on the ground over there. I'm sure you'll want to grab that loot. So, select your wizard and then click on the treasure with the right mouse button. Watch him go for that gold. Your wizard has picked up the goblin's treasure. It's a healing potion they took from the apothecary. Its icon has appeared on the user interface. So now let's use it. Click with the left mouse button on the icon of the healing potion.
What'd you have me do, General?
So it's selected now and you can activate the item. It's healed the wizard, and because it can only be used once, its icon has disappeared. Lucius is looking more perky now, though. Your heroes can have many items. If you want to see or edit them, you'll have to open his character window. Its button can be found on the user interface, below the selected hero's portrait. Yes, that's the one. And now you've opened the character window of your wizard. The upper part of the window contains the statistics of the hero. Below it, you can see the items he uses, split across 8 slots. Move your cursor above them to see their details. Below the active items, the hero's bag can be found. If there's no free slot for an item, it can be put into the bag. Later, it can be sold in a city or placed in a slot that becomes empty, so you don't have to throw it away. Well, that's your command skills polished. But what about your fighting skills, huh? Time to duel! If 2 enemy heroes meet on the battlefield, they can challenge each other. In this case, they'll clash in a heroic duel. During a duel, nobody and nothing can harm them except the hero they fight with. Captain Vandergaard and Commander Kreese will help me show you the basics of dueling. They will imitate a fight for you.
The Empire will
First of all is the challenge itself. Select Captain Vandergaard. He's listening to you. Now a special effect appears around him. It shows that an enemy hero is near him. In addition, you can see the captain's icon on the screen above the command panel. Next to the captain's icon, there's a smaller icon, which shows the enemy hero. To challenge the enemy hero, just click on his small icon with the left mouse button.
Death will follow
That's
me!
it. Now the captain starts to approach the enemy hero. And when they meet, a bright effect, which we call the duel circle, appears around them. From that moment, they can't be attacked or harmed by enemies outside the circle. It's an honor thing, I'm told. Now the duel begins. The buttons on the captain's command panel have been changed. And now you can see the duel buttons here. On the top of the command panel, the 3 buttons from the left are the general duel skills. You can use them anytime. They don't cost power. Click on one of them now.
So do you want to just keep clicking these as fast as you can?
We shall rout the scum from the field.
The army of the Emperor is under attack.
I don't know why it's not giving me credit for that.
For the Empire. The Emperor rewards the bravest. Good. As you can see, if you activate a general duel skill, all the 3 general duel skills are given a cooldown time. During this time, you can't use them. Next to them is the flee button. If you think your hero is losing and want to save him, you can click on this button to force him to flee from the duel. And be careful with this, however. Your men don't like to see their leaders running from a fight, and this unseemly act will reduce their morale. These 4 buttons on the top of the command panel are the same for all heroes. In the middle of the command panel, the unique duel skills can be found. They're different for each hero. Unlike the general skills, unique skills cost power to empty, so you must use them carefully. The different heroes have different duel spells and skills, so it's impossible to show you all of them. It's up to you to study and learn the skills of the heroes in your army, so the learning doesn't finish when you leave here. Well, you've managed to complete the training. Pretty quickly, I might add. It was just a short series of lessons, but you're ready to begin the fight against the evil of this world. As you battle for the Emperor, you'll meet powerful enemies, find ancient magic items, and build huge armies. Just remember the basics you've learned over the last 3 days and keep an open mind. And you'll become a great general.
The army of the Emperor
That
is under
said,
attack.
if any time you have questions or want to know more, check your sacred text. The one called the User's Manual. Fight well, and may Sigmar guide your steps.
Praise Sigmar! Victory is yours!
Alright. Now let's go single player. Campaign. Oh, that's interesting. So there's actually 3 campaigns. Let's go hard for the hardest difficulty. And let's start with the Empire, I guess. I don't know if it goes chronological or if because this one looks like it's in the front, I'm supposed to go here. I assume it's left to right, so... Or maybe they're completely independent, I'm not sure.
It has been a long and bloody year since the end of the Great War. While the Emperor has claimed victory, the peace that so many heroes gave their lives for has not settled on the lands. The hordes of chaos, though leaderless, continue to taint the northlands of the Empire. Vicious warriors attack merchant caravans and raid isolated farms and villages. The Emperor's battle-weary soldiers patrol the forests and hills, ever vigilant against bloodthirsty warbands intent on looting and slaughter.
Wow, I didn't realize the cinematic was with this game. This was pretty badass back in the day.
escape from chaos. It marks us all.
In
Oh,
the months
there we go.
following Emperor Magnus's great victory over the Chaos hordes at the gates of Kislev, sporadic fighting plagued the lands of the Northern Empire. Though scattered and leaderless, Chaos warbands still ravaged south, pillaging and destroying. Hard-pressed, the armies of the Elector Counts grew weary from constant war. Even as the first chill of autumn touched the air, Count Otto von Gruber of Ostermark gathered his forces east of the Middle Mountains to battle yet one more incursion. Amongst his captains was young Stefan von Kessel, a man with a reputation tainted by the execution of his grandfather for chaos worship, and whose brand-scarred face bore the mark of chaos itself.
It is imperative that we hold the higher ground from which we can bombard the enemy with our cannons. Captain Steimer will hold the line of this side of the River Ospek, backed up by Captain Feldsturm's artillery.
What is my role, Count?
You will take a contingent across the river and attack the watchtower the Chaos forces are holding on the hill. Drive them back and secure that hill so Feldsturm can set up his battery on the higher ground.
Bulk of the forces of Chaos are marauders from the Chaos Waste, the tribes of Norse, Kurgan, and Hung. Tower of Darkness. Alright, let's take a look here.
The Empire will prevail!
So I got a level. Combat. Feel like you're supposed to be melee. Increases the armor the hero attaches squad. Tenacity increases the hero and attached regiment by 0.4. Nor minor wounds. Alright, so this is going to just make you stronger. Morale. Well, let's get that, I guess.
The Empire will prevail!
Yeah, let's
I
put you
will
here.
lead my men to victory!
Yes, my lord?
Make you guys too.
Move out! Ready and prepared.
Men of the
Quest is
Empire,
not
your time has come. From the walls of that tower we can strike forth at the hated slaves of darkness. The gods have offered up this hour for our vengeance, so grasp it with fervor and salve your anguish with the blood of the Northmen! Drive them back to their caves and take that tower!
The foe have been
The southern
spotted.
cowards have found us! Kill them all!
Advance at my command!
I shall lead the army forth.
Prepare for the attack! Fire, fire, fire!
See if I can get some flanking going.
There will be no respite while one foe draws breath. The foe shall rue the day they defied the Emperor.
Those infernal machines will be the end of us. They need to be destroyed before we can advance. The might of Sigmar is
There will be
crushed
no
the foe.
respite while one foe draws breath.
Advance at my command! Forward!
I am needed over there.
Axe throwers. So these are probably melee, I'd
Loaded and
imagine.
eager, my lord. Fire, fire, fire!
Victory is assured. I will survey the battle from a new position. There is bloody work to be done this day. We shall rule the
army of the
battlefield.
Emperor
There
is
will
under
be no
attack.
retreat, only glory or death.
Get you some armor while you're running in.
For Magnus and the Empire! We are yours to command. The might of
The tower is ours again. Captain Feldsturm can set up his battery from here.
Alright.
We are yours to command.
There will be no respite while one foe draws breath.
Imagine we gotta run down. Oh, that's the things behind there, not that it has a life.
Protect our lands, guard our people.
Wait, am I supposed to
Victory
do
is
something with
assured.
this tower?
The defense of the Empire. The quest is not as it first seems.
The hell does this do?
Captain, look! It seems we're not fighting alone. Wait your orders. Fire at will! For Magnus and the Empire!
Oh.
Burn, you ignorant savage! Take a fireball up your hairy arse!
The day they defied the Emperor.
The army of
I
the
command
Emperor
the
is under
powers of
attack.
pyromancy!
The quest is not as it first seems. The might of Sigmar
Defeat
is crushed
is
the
impossible.
foe. Fire at will! Ready and prepared.
Get
I
out of
bring
there.
destruction to the Emperor's foes!
Quick march! Pray, Sigmar! Get moving, you slugs!
I shall leave a scorched trail.
For the Empire and honor.
Wind of actually blows strong here.
Death and glory! Blow them apart!
Flame and destruction are yours to command!
Quick march! Ready? Fire! The might of Sigmar.
Ready?
History shall tell of the
March!
great feats of the Empire's
Protect
heroes.
our lands, guard our people. I shall storm the stronghold.
The quest is history shall tell of the great feats of the
Fight for
Empire's
the
heroes.
Empire.
History
The
shall
gods
tell of
have
the
granted
great
this
feats
day
of
to
the
earn our
Empire's
glory.
heroes.
There shall be no retreat.
Advance at my command!
Alright, what do I gotta do? Oh, I'm getting reinforcements here.
Death and glory! Quick march! History shall tell of the great feats of the Empire's heroes. Ready? Fire!
I can't reach them.
Advance at my command! Those abominations will kill no more men of the Empire. Signal the advance! Praise Sigmar! Victory is yours!
Alright. Gold spent. I didn't spend no gold.
A finely won victory, wouldn't you say, Count Gruber?
I would have said hard fought, Captain Steimer. The priests of Moor will be busy for days burying the dead, don't you think?
A costly victory, yes, Captain von Kessel, but one that we had to achieve. Count Feuerbach's army has suffered many casualties these past months, and last week he took my advice to pull back his forces to Talabaya. If we had failed today, the Northmen would have killed everyone between here and Wolfenburg within days. Our army stands alone.
We cannot rest until the Chaos filth are driven from Sigmar's realm.
Fine words, von Kessel. Though it is the traitors in our midst that concern me more than the Northman hordes.
If you have an accusation to make...
Enough! Word from the generals of Kislev is that another horde is gathering in the north. Warbands still roam freely. The safety of the Empire is far from assured at the moment. We must strike hard against this invasion and choke it in its infancy. We must attack where they are gathering.
I would be honored, my lord.
No, I need you with my army. Von Kessel will head north and seek out their camp.
As you command, my lord. Where would you have me march?
Travel east and north, via Esterdorf if you need to resupply, and press on further northwards. There are regiments from my army and others on patrol in the region. Gather up any of them if you can. We will need as many men as possible for the battles ahead.
I hope you can be trusted. Disobedience is in your blood.
My loyalty is to the Empire alone.
Okay then. Chapter 1, The Call of War. Before Stefan leaves camp, Otto von Gruber orders one of his Hellenberg regiments to join Stefan's army. Okay, so this is going to be like my action. These must mean different things. Alright, so he automatically equipped the armor. He's got that in his... full replacements? Oh, I see how this works. So we spend money to replace our soldiers. So it's going to be important that I don't kill them. What do you got here? Shooting damage. Okay. Alright. How do I move? Okay.
Hey, Sigmar! It's been a long while since we saw an army in these parts, and the northern warbands grow bolder every day. We have a fine inn for those who wish to relax, and you may find more men willing to join you at the barracks. If it's supplies you'll be needing, then we have a man with some talent with a hammer and anvil, and also a specialist in more exotic goods, an alchemist by trade. There's a shrine too for those wishing for something a bit more spiritual for their refreshment.
As Stefan excuse me, and his army reach the village of Garlek, a small contingent of militia assembles on the road to meet them. Enter near the main route between the city of Wolfenburg and Kislev port of Erengrand. Garlek is a prosperous settlement. Its merchants know that there are few outposts before the Kislev border and make a tidy profit from soldiers and adventurers heading north, or those fortunate enough to returning south again. Like many villages of its kind, it's a small fletcher of civilization amidst the dark wilderness that covers much of the empire. Enter the temple? Oh, I see. So this just boosts things. Alright, enter armory. So I could get you a mount, it looks like. Gains the large attribute. I don't think I really need a mount, do I? Enter the barracks. Swordsmen, Hallenbers. So they've got more armor. They've got piercing damage. Looks like that's kind of the big difference. Then we have handgunners. Is there a certain amount of guys that I can buy? Like take into combat? The Kettering Ring, set up by the mercenary captain Hermann von Bannen several years before the Great War. The Kettering became a popular hiring post for those sellswords not welcome in the cities of the Empire, usually for reasons best not discussed in polite company. During the war, Magnus used Kettering as a mustering point for his eastern army on his way to Kislev from Middenheim. It has been maintained as a barracks for the Count's armies for the last year. I guess I'm not sure if I should be buying more units or not, is the thing. The Holsteins have been blacksmiths for a dozen generations in Garlic, and such is their reputation, they can pick and choose the best apprentices. As the result, the Holstein name on weapons and armor is a sign of quality and workmanship, if not affordability. It's rumored that Count Vorbach of Telebeckland has had his coronation armor made by Edric Holstein, the head of the family. Alright, so I can't buy these. Maybe because I actually need a modest shrine to Sigmar. Gerlach's chapel is run by brother Theo van Devel, veteran of the fighting of the Battle of the Great Gates of Kislev, wounded by the followers of Chaos. Van Devel can no longer follow his calling by accompanying the Emperor's army. Honest and pious, he will pray long and hard for any man who fights against the hordes of the north. Alright. What's with the alchemist? Oh, that gets potions. Johann Beckland, a purveyor of extraordinary elixirs, hounded from the city in Middenheim for undisclosed reasons. Herr Buckland took his skills eastward, where his name was less well known, in the lands left impoverished in the wake of the Great War against Chaos. His skills and wisdom have proved great value. However, it is often difficult for him to get the specialist supplies he needs. So I could get a sword. Got some healing. Plus 200 Staff of Transference. Cannot be equipped by dwarves. War banner. See, I just don't know if I'm going to get a bunch of items or not. This is the thing, so I don't know if I should be wasting my money on this stuff. Like, how aggressive should I be with purchasing? I am playing on the hard difficulty, so I feel like if it's giving me this stuff, I should probably take advantage of it. Hold off on that stuff. I don't really have much for morale loss. I wonder if my suspicion then is correct, and now nope, I still can't get that. Now the issue is if I get him a mount, will he still be able to... I don't know if he's going to be able to attach on and still stay with my infantry, or whether he'd have to be mounted to cavalry, and I don't have any cavalry. So I'm going to hold on that, because I don't know if I'm going to mess myself up trying to be too aggressive. I'm going to buy another one of those. And I'll buy 2 of these. Hopefully I don't regret that decision. Empire forces have been attacked by the horde of vicious greenskins and stuff and must relieve them before they are overwhelmed. Retreat or fight? Fight. Add, remove units. Oh, there are limits. Alright. So, let's get you over here. Let's get 2 melee and then 2 of you guys. Shit. I bet I wasted resources on those guys. Orcs are powerful and aggressive warriors, which is more than that can be said for goblins, whose only advantage is in their numbers.
Fight for the Empire! I will lead my men to victory!
What would you have me do, General?
Actually, let's do 1, 2,
Right, Sigma!
3.
Protect our lands, guard our people!
We have learned much from the elves.
The quest is not as
Fight
it
for
first
the
seemed.
Empire! Battle! Our comrades are beset, but we shall deliver them from this filthy horde. Move swiftly and decisively. With courage and strength, we shall destroy the greenskins before they know they are doomed. Strike like the hammer of Sigmar himself!
Come on, greenskin scum! You'll pay in blood!
We shall rout the scum from the field.
You cannot outrun the flames of
Be
thieves!
sure of your footing, men. The ground is boggy here and will slow you down. March around the mud and mires.
Power of Akshi, destroy them! The Bright College offers its aid.
The
Power
foe
of
has been
Akshi,
spotted.
destroy them! Fireball!
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory.
The army of the Emperor is under attack.
Sigmar within me. With bitter bloodshed, we will earn victory! These barricades will make ideal firing positions. Make use of them.
Glory! Blow them apart!
I follow the flame.
The might of Sigmar has
By
crushed
the
the
power of the
foe.
white flame!
Ready and willing.
We'll come back for them later! The gods have granted this day to earn our glory. Fight for the Empire!
I command the powers of pyromancy.
The foe have been spotted.
What would you have me do, General?
Ready? Fire!
Protect our lands, guard our people!
I assume they can rally.
Prepared.
Protect our lands, guard our people!
Ready? March!
I will do what
The
I
army
can
of
to
the
bring
Emperor
victory.
is under attack.
We shall rout the scum from the field. The Emperor rewards the bravest. We shall rout the scum from the field.
The might of Sigmar has crushed the foe.
The Emperor rewards the bravest.
We await your orders. Independent fire!
Victory is assured.
I command the powers of pyromancy. Power of Akshi, destroy them!
Defeat is impossible! I shall be where the fighting is thickest.
Fireball!
We shall rout the scum from the field.
I command the powers of pyromancy.
The foe have been spotted.
What do we got here? Spear throwers.
Protect our lands, guard our people. I must change my position.
Your allies in Altdorf have sent me.
Give them hot lead!
The Emperor rewards the bravest. Our advance must continue.
The foe have been spotted.
What can the Fire College do for you?
Full volley!
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory. The foe shall rue the day they defied the Emperor. For the Empire! And
Independent fire! The army of the Emperor is under attack. Fire at will! The might of Sigmar
Victory
has
is
crushed
assured.
the foe.
I shall storm the stronghold! For the Empire!
Glory to the Empire!
Alright, I think these guys got a helm.
Colleges of magic.
How do I get your backpack? Here.
Praise Sigmar!
The Empire will prevail!
Alright,
Our
good.
advance must continue.
Lord Teclis has taught me the art of
One
fire.
armor.
Yes, my lord? Glory to the Empire!
The Empire will prevail!
Loaded and eager, my lord.
What is my objective? Stefan must survive. Stefan army must reach the camp to the north. Defend the camp against orc onslaught. Alright.
The Empire will prevail!
That's morale, stamina, charge, chance to hit. So this pretty much just makes them tanks. Dueling. Stun. That's like a life gain. Blade Master. So I think these are just like passives. So do I just keep boosting this up or not? See, it doesn't really tell me what the rank is. Is it just... I just don't know what the ranks do. Like, how does it make it better? Oh, I see. That's only in front, so you have to, like, time that ability, so that's kind of a pain in the butt. Alright, let's get your armor, then.
Your allies in Altdorf have sent me.
Ready and willing. For Magnus and the Empire!
I command the powers of pyromancy.
For Magnus and the Empire!
Wind of Akshi, heed my call!
Glory to the Empire! Onwards, brave lads!
The Empire will prevail!
Glory to the Empire!
A fire chooses its own path.
Move out!
As the flame seeks the fuel. By the power of the white flame!
Captain, the Greenskins have trolls with them. What shall we do?
There will be no respite while one foe draws breath.
Run!
On the left! Move out!
I will survey the battle from a new position.
I shall leave a scorched trail.
Give them hot lead!
Your allies in Altdorf have sent me. I shall be a living fireball!
The Emperor
Army of the
rewards the
Emperor
brave.
is under attack! We are yours to command. We await your orders.
For the Empire and honor!
The foe have been spotted. Praise Sigmar!
Lord Teclis has taught me the art of fire. I must find
Alright,
more
what do we got
power.
here? Greenskins,
The
greenskins.
might of Sigmar has crushed the Empire!
I come from the colleges of magic.
Yes, my lord? Blow them apart!
Defeat is impossible!
Volley fire!
What would you have me do, General? I shall be a living fireball! Lord Teclis has taught me the art of
The
fire.
army of the Emperor is under attack!
I bring destruction to the Emperor's foes!
Praise the might of Sigmar has crushed the foe. Loaded and eager, my lord.
I bring destruction to the Emperor's foes! The Bright College offers its aid.
Praise Sigmar!
The Emperor rewards the bravest.
I will do what I can to bring victory.
Loaded and eager, my lord. The foe have been spotted.
Kill the greenskin bastards! Kill them all!
We'll come back for them later!
Death and glory! The might of Sigmar has crushed the foe. Independent fire!
The enemy will pay in blood!
The army of the Emperor is under attack. The might of Sigmar has crushed the foe. Ready and willing. Get moving, you slugs!
Shot me! Leg it!
Step lively there!
There is bloody
foe have
work
been
to be done
spotted.
this day.
Fire for glory! Blow them apart! The might of Sigmar has crushed the foe. March!
There is bloody work to be done this day.
Ready! The foe have been spotted. March!
What would you have me do, General?
Ready and willing.
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory.
I command the powers of pyromancy.
Volley fire! Independent fire! Give them hot lead!
I command Remember the deeds of Sigmar! Slaughter these savages!
The army of the Emperor is under attack!
There is bloody work to be done this day. Fight for the Empire!
Power of Akshi, destroy
The foe
them!
have been spotted. Ready? Fire!
More humans! Kill them! Kill them now!
There is bloody work to be done this
The
day.
might of Sigmar has crushed the
The
foe.
Emperor rewards the bravest.
I come from the colleges of magic.
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory.
What can the Fire College do for you?
That's right, trolls are weak against fire through the lore, aren't they?
We are yours to command. The might
Wind
of
of Akshi,
Sigmar has
heed my
crushed the
call!
foe. The army of the Emperor is under attack. We await your orders.
Defeat is impossible.
The Bright College offers its aid. Wind of Akshi blows
The eyes of the Empire beset.
Fire at will!
The might of
I
Sigmar
command
has
the
crushed
powers
the
of
foe.
pyromancy.
The enemy will pay in blood.
Smoke and ruin shall spread.
Onwards, brave lads!
Uh-oh.
Defeat is impossible. Our orders are clear.
Glory to the Empire!
I will do what I can to bring victory.
There will be no respite while one foe draws breath. That cannot be done. Our advance must continue.
The lore of fire is mine to command.
Fear the sword
We have
of
learned much
ruin!
from the elves. I will do what I can to
The
bring
allies
victory.
of history shall tell of the great feats
The
of the
lore of
Empire's
fire
heroes.
is mine to command. The Bright College is happy to assist. A fire chooses its own path.
History shall tell of the great feats
I
of the
bring
Empire's
destruction
heroes.
to the Emperor's foes.
Our advance must continue.
Praise Sigmar! Victory is yours!
Alright.
Gods bless you. You're a welcome arrival.
Master Kurt Leuten. I'm Captain Stefan von Kessel, here with messages from Count Gruber. I was warned of Chaos warbands all over this area, but there was no mention of orcs.
This was just a raiding force. Our patrols found a camp to the east, but there's too many of them. I have another detachment to the north. With your men, we could hunt the orcs down.
Our orders are quite specific. We are to march northwards with all speed. Master Leuten, the Count needs your aid in fighting the Northmen.
My men will be here to protect the road and the villages against orcs. Until that army has been scattered, I'm not going anywhere.
We need every soldier we can get to fight the Northmen. Another horde is gathering, one that will make the orcs seem like a mere nuisance. Talabayam itself could fall. Thousands of women and children slaughtered!
All right, all right. I'll leave enough men to patrol the road, and I'll take the rest to muster with the Count.
Thank you. You are a man who knows his duty.
With the Greenskins routed from the field of battle, the two commanders meet for the first time. After the victorious battle, Stefan's warriors searched the dead bodies of the enemies and found 3,500 gold. Wow, that's pretty good, actually. How do I use it? Source. +2 magic resistance. Sight range plus 10% to all spells. That's pretty good too. Maybe the banners for the offhand. A standard bearer is required before you can do this. Oh, I see. Alright. I am kind of curious to see what happens if I do that. Hero is not mounted. So I can buy one, but I can't use it. Great. Oh, this is interesting. So you buy weapons. For the units. And they can get up to 3 levels. Is that how this works? Interesting. I bet this is how this works. Oh, I can just upgrade their stuff right from the start, huh? Get you a champion. Oh, this is fascinating. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll call it quits here for the day. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. And thanks again to the subscriber that gifted this game to the channel, so we will see what it's all about. Have a great day.